Helicopter, helicopter.
Hi everyone, Indez here. Oh boy, it finally dropped the answers, the helicopter answers that I was looking for more than 125 hours. Like this past week, literally, I did so much open world so I could farm all the answers that I needed. And finally, this dumbass chest has dropped and I'm so happy for it. Because you know what? Now we can be the helicopter that we all wanted. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. This is one of the builds that it just looks amazing. Okay, like visually, when it comes to animations, Monk is just a killer, and these new answers is no exception. I just love the way it looks. I love to play with it. I tried it in PvE and how good this is, and also in PvP it is a very strong answers, but there are gonna be some problems that I'm gonna talk about in just a second. But when it comes to PvE, man, listen, even with this PvP spec, it doesn't matter. Look at the speed that I'm gonna clear. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, there's no mobs. Like, someone is farming here, man. Like, okay, it's late at night. A lot of people, they come here and they farm. But look at the damage. Literally, I'm destroying this mob. So usually, you just go. This is like the route that I usually do while I'm waiting for the BGs. It just feels amazing. Like, these recharge like super fast, and you're just gonna farm like extremely fast. If you get this, you're gonna become the king of farm. Okay, like there's literally nothing that is gonna stop you. Even like elite mobs, you're not even gonna sweat, man. And if you get like these crits towers, man, you're just gonna keep rolling. Oh, look at this. Look how satisfying it is. Like, if I put the buffs, and it goes so fast, man. Like, it's incredible. It's just, you know, you're gonna have a blast. Okay, that's the bottom line, is that you're gonna have a blast with this. And this is not even the PvE spec. Okay, like, this is just like the thing that I use while I'm waiting for the battlegrounds. Okay, so let's dive into what is this build, what it makes so great, and why you actually should be playing, and why you should not be playing as well, because it will depend for the person that you are. So let's go back to the city. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to beat Diablo Immortal in subs. It will mean the world to me. Enjoy the video, because I got a lot to say when it comes to this build. This build that I'm using, I saw from Kill Switch, you know, like one of the MVP monks, you know, aside from Zonchini. And this is pretty much his build that I got. I call it like the helicopter, right? So we got here the skills. We have Fist of Thunder, we have the Shield of Zen, we have 7 side strikes, Cyclone Strike, which is like the one that's gonna make you go into helicopter. That is so fun. And this one, Breath of the Heaven, which is gonna heal you. I'm using Gladiator. If you're high resonance and you have like a lot of HP, you usually want to go with the Brawler, but low resonance, Gladiator. Also, the pet, you want to go for the familiar with the Savior, so please try to have one pet with the Savior. Also, here on the answers, we have the head, Pensive Crown. This pretty much is going to increase the duration of your Shield of Zen. That is going to give you a shield. It's like, that's all you need. Then you're going to have Driven Thunder, like pretty much going to make your Cyclone become like the channeling, which is gonna make you run forward and start spinning like this kind of staff, which is like pretty cool. Like one of the best answers in the whole game. Then we have Wind Child. It is a new answer that just came out. So pretty much whenever I put this buff here, and this, if he hits the target, which is gonna hit because it's gonna be in the middle of people, it's gonna give you this buff, which is gonna increase your movement speed by a lot. So let me see, my movement speed right now is, I'm at 60%. So 60%, it is pretty good when it comes to PvP. So I love to have this one. Then we have here Terminal Pace. This is also new pants that just came out. Cyclone Strike. Oh my god, it's not Silicon, bro. It's Cyclone Strike damage is increased by 1.9% up to, maybe I'm thinking about too much about Silicon. Okay, either way, 57% for every 1% increase of movement speed. So as you know, because we're gonna be like super fast, we're gonna do like insane amount of damage. Look at the damage as the numbers, like it is incredible. Okay, so that's why you are able to one-shot everything. That's why you're able like to do like insane amount of damage. To be honest, the dev or the designer just came out like with these new answers, and it's just like I just love it, man. Like it is such a cool concept. Everything, like you have the pants going together with the chest, and like everything just synergized like so nicely. Then we have Leaping Shadow here. This is also gonna make that that your 7th strike now is gonna empower you. This is gonna create like this buff that I just showed you, like this is gonna attack any random enemy around you. Then we're gonna have Califaction. This one pretty much just gonna put like some flames around you that's gonna make you reduce damage taken and also immune to knockbacks. Unfortunately, this is where I start having the problem, and I'm gonna speak about like the major like huge problem that I found out not only by watching others playing but also now experience myself. Okay, so this is immune to knockbacks, which is nice, especially like if you go against demon hunters or things like that, but it is not enough at all because man, you get stunned nowadays like 24/7. You got the Spartusk from the Barbs. You got like all these answers from like the Wizard. Then you got also Tempest. So there is lots and lots of stun, which makes like playing Monk super tough. Okay, but I'm gonna explain because I'm gonna show also some footage so you can understand more clear. Like it's like sometimes like it's just like super hard. So or you remove like the immune to CC completely from like for example Tempest, or you also should start giving this type of immune to CC to Monk, because like imagine like if this gives like literally immunity to CC, I feel like then you will go from Monk like to be like a maybe a C to B tier to S, probably A plus tier class 100%, because then it will be way more fun. If it will be like a bit overpowered maybe, but I mean, it is time for monks to be overpowered, okay? Like, let them have, like, their turn. It is time. Then we have here, Boundless Breath. This one pretty much gonna reduce the cooldown, or is gonna recover the energy for every yard that you move. So, pretty much, if you just keep moving, like, really fast, as you see here, the bar, he barely moves. All you need is to just keep moving, and you gonna be fine. That's how you keep, like, going into the helicopter for, like, 24/7. Then we have Eye of the Storm. This also is really good because it's gonna increase the radius, like the size of your Cyclone Strike, which is gonna give you like this insane look how big it is, man. Like literally everyone is gonna be in front of you. It's gonna take like so much damage that they will pretty much die. So these are the answers. Here we have also the green items. We have 4 pieces of Vitus Urge for the attack speed. Then we also have 4 pieces of Grace. But what it was suggested by Killswitch is to go like with 4 pieces of Multibanks. And to be honest, I think it is actually required, because like this build, it is you are very squishy, man. Like maybe it's just because I'm used to play Barb, but I felt like, especially in Battlegrounds, okay, Battlegrounds for me are pretty much impossible, okay? So if I show you my rating, I'm at like right now, what, like 4,760, right? So all I am facing is whales, okay? So as a free-to-play, with this rating, and with 900 resonance, and with these secondaries, which, you know, like they are good for a free-to-play or a beginner, but they are nothing, man. Like I just get destroyed. I can't do anything, you know. Like maybe there's like people were saying that there was like these back in the day or a few patches back, like a build for monk that had like this damage reduction, like 80% damage reduction. Maybe I could play something like that, but they said like then they got nerfed. So from my experience, to go into the battlegrounds was was not good, okay? I missed my barb like 24/7. I feel like barb as a free-to-play class, it is super friendly. It is 100% still like S tier for free-to-play at a high tier legend. So because of that, I understood that for me, monk, it is pretty much unplayable at this rating as a free-to-play player with 900 resonance. So it just makes me think that you're required to actually have a pretty good, well-built account to actually go and perform at a very high rating with monk. So with this in mind, I actually went and I tried to play some Tower War, because on the Tower War, you know, I'm legend, but not everyone is legend. So, okay, so you're gonna be able to compete with the players more or less around my resonance, because also all the whales, they somehow, like, they don't really like Tower War. I don't understand, like, what is the hate for Tower War, man? I actually enjoyed playing Tower War. I don't think, like, it's cringe, or I don't think it's, like, bad at all. all. For me, like when it comes to Tower War, it's like, okay, cool, I got another PvP mode that is different from like always being pushing the idol like 24/7. But hey, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm the weird one that enjoys Tower War. I don't mind making the grind to legend. It's not like, you see, like I have like 1600. I'm not like pushing these. Like as long as I'm rank 1, I'm good. Okay, that's pretty much it. If I have someone that is gonna come on my ass, then I will actually go and you know, keep fighting for the first place. But come on, I'm rank 1 here with these. Then if I go to battlegrounds, I got like literally 1300 rating above. So I mean, season is gonna end in 3 days. I highly doubt that this guy is gonna make it in time to catch me, right? So my review from playing Monk as a free-to-play player and playing at a very high level rating, it is that Monk, it is probably D tier. You know, it seems like very, very tough. Maybe you will have like other specs, maybe like with that one that creates like the immunity and puts the guy on the top, because now you're like untargetable. But when it comes to this very specific one, the helicopter one, it is fun, but it is just not that great. In Tower War, because the resonance was a bit more balanced, well, then, you know, it kind of performed well. Like, I kind of enjoyed it. I had my fun time. I will say that probably like it is a A-. It's not like exceptional, because, again, to be like a S tier, like meta build, I will say that will probably require to have like some immunity to CC, because it is really, really painful to be a monk without immunity to CC with this build. If you get caught, which you will, because there's like too much CC now, there's too many stuns, it gets rough. It gets rough. So I had like some pretty rough matches, but you know, then you also start learning how to play the monk. I'm also a newbie when it comes to monk. I have experience playing with a bar, but you know, monk itself, I'm still learning. But it is not like it is a complex class, you know, like, and especially like this build, you know, like there is like maybe the trick to go like with your primary attack to you know, to teleport to him to start making damage, but then you use like the first 2 skills, you start spinning, and then if you want to run out, then you use like this other one to heal yourself, and you know, so there is here some hidden mechanics that Killswitch also explained like really well. That's what I learned from him. So if it is a fun build, when it comes to fun, yes, it is a very, very fun build, and I will highly recommend you to go and try the helicopter. It is amazing. I loved it, and I just can't wait for in the future for Monk to keep getting boosted, because I feel like I understand now. Okay, I understand why you guys enjoy to play with the monk. Animations, they look incredible. The play style feels good, man. I don't know, like it just feels good. It feels like very different from Tempest. Tempest is also very fun. It's not like this is the same as Tempest and Tempest is the same as Monk. No. They feel like very unique, especially when you are playing it. But I will make a recommendation that I feel like the place in the monk, and this is just like my opinion, you should go and dive more into support role, like maybe giving some buff to the party with damage reduction, maybe clean some buffs, maybe like give like the party some immunity to CC, maybe, I don't know, like something that you feel like you want to have a monk in your party when it comes to the PvP, especially for the idol pushing. I love to play tanks. I love to play like around the idol. Like that's literally my play style, and I felt like with this build I couldn't do that as well, especially due to my resonance. I know my limitations, so if you're free to play, hey, you can go give it a shot. In PvE, Monk is a blast. I mean, it's just like you do a lot of damage. And talking about that, PvE, boys and girls, I also got this head, okay? So I got the Humbled Horizon, and now I do like freaking damage, man. I do like insane damage. Okay, you guys are ready. Like I don't even have my pet, okay? But I just turned it on, and I just started blasting. Like, look at all these numbers. Like, it's just like too much fun, man. It's just like too much fun. I know it didn't seem like too impressive, but no, I was not serious, okay? So Monk, I will say that 100%, if you guys want, you can go have some fun with it. If I recommend it for free-to-plays to play it, not yet. If you're leveling, maybe it's a fun class to level up with. So as a final review, I did it for PvE. I said that this in my opinion, was a B plus class. And now for PvP, I will say that it is from bronze to legend. You're probably gonna do like A tier. So, but as soon as you reach to above like the legend rank, you're gonna struggle so hard because you're gonna be matched with like these 10k whales, 8k whales, and you're not gonna have fun because that's exactly how I felt. I felt like I still won some matches, I still got some kills, but I was just not having fun. I was like super weak. And with this in mind, if you are a high resonance, hey, go for it, man. It is fun. Build it a bit tanky and just go and spin to win, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. But for you guys probably that watching this free to play or beginners, or you don't have your account very built up, I still don't recommend to actually play monk. You know, like that's after I played like this past week, I will say monk is a good class, but it is just like not there yet for me to recommend it. Like compare like to Barb, you know, like Barb is in such a different level, or even Tempest. Like these two classes are like just so far ahead from any other class right now in the game because of like the PvE or PvP. So I'm sorry to my dear monks that you guys are very excited. I also am excited, and literally I love the experience of playing monk. I gave the opportunity. I understand why you guys love the class, but please don't recommend this to a new player because I don't think it's gonna be fun for them, especially in PvP. So with this in mind, hey, this is all I have for today. Helicopter out. Peace.